Are you feeling a little pinched these days? Are you feeling like there's some changes happening and you're not quite sure? Are you experiencing maybe the rug being pulled out from underneath you and not having something stable to grasp onto to create some new footing? Are you feeling uncomfortable in your skin? Are you experiencing doubts of how the next year is going to unfold for you? Are you having a lack of um, desire to even be in the job that you've been in? Or are you having challenges with relationships, or are you not in a relationship? Hi, I'm Deborah Ariel Peach, and I am the creator, host, and producer of Wake Up Shift is Happening TV, amongst many other things. And if you don't know anything about my background, this has been a 25-year journey for me since 1987. It is now the end of January 2012, and I have been proactively participating in a lot of conscious transformation awareness, preparing and being prepared for the time at hand, which is the greatest awakening that humans have ever experienced. And there's a lot going on. And so this is a quick overview about one of the webinar series, which will be a live series, but as of right now, it's just a webinar series that I have put together that is the base foundation for having awareness and having tools that can assist you to thrive through these shifting times. And this is a 3-week webinar series, and we're going to cover a lot of ground in that 3 weeks. And so what I wanted to just share with you here is some of the different things and the focus of what that is looking like, what that is going to look like, and then what you can expect as a result. Because my background is also marketing and internet strategies. I'm an award-winning producer and have had my own business pretty much most of my life. I've either been a freelance producer and at the same time a production services company in the last 25 years. So I am very geared towards, not only am I very grounded, because I even do my own, spreadsheets and all sorts of different things, but I'm also very clairvoyant and very tuned in multidimensionally. So it is important to have an expectation of some results that you can expect to have, because one of the things is there's so many wonderful people that are doing things out there in the world, and the pioneers that have been holding the space and bringing forth consciousness and awareness. But right now we're at choice point, and it is time to ante up and to move beyond just talking. It is time to move into action and experiential and having results. And so that's what I'm here to create for you. And if you haven't been to the website and seen any of the testimonials, you should take a look at those. There's only a few up there right now, but there will be more. And the point is, I have a track record, and I have the ability not only to give you the information, and I say this humbly, I hope that you know where I'm coming from, is I'm here to support and be a bridge for humanity to awaken lovingly. And I'm not the only one. But for me, and I will just speak from my own experience, I have a track record of being able to support people in busting through programming and fears and things that are holding them back. And not just talking, it's experiential, because there's an energy that moves through me that I've become a conduit for, that started back in 2004. I didn't know what was going on, but I am a conduit for very high vibration energy that actually activates, and it's like a fire hose of light. And when it is utilized in the way of transformation, working with an individual or groups, and definitely is done over the phone as well, it's transferred through technology, it shifts things like this. And that's where we're at. I know we have had such a challenging and arduous journey getting to this place, And I do believe that there's some challenges that were incorporated that were not meant to be experienced, but we're not going to go there right now. What you want right now are answers, and you want change, and you want results. So this first webinar series, because there actually are four, and they build upon each other. Thriving through shifting times, and then the next one is being your own guru, and then the next one goes into the DNA, activating the light and creator codes that are held within you, dormant. They're calling them junk DNA right now, but they're not. Okay, so here's what I want you to expect from this first series, the Thriving Through Shifting Times, is to learn how to the beginning stages, to learn how to self-process so you can transform anything in your life. And I mean that literally. And to achieve inner peace, because I know right now we are programmed for fear and survival. Many of us are living not even in our present experience, because we're days, weeks, and months ahead trying to figure out how we're going to manifest the things that we need for rent, food, etc. And in order to manifest your heart's desires and to attract in, you need to be in a space not of fear. You need to at least be in the space of hope. It's all about vibration and thoughts. And there's an alchemical process that goes that's created. Okay, I want you to you will move out of fear and survival programming, getting off of that hamster wheel, and understanding how to attract what your heart desires. So there's, like I just said, there's an alchemical process, and the whole thing about mind, body, spirit, it's what we think, how we feel vibrationally, and then the spirit that is being activated. So, and there's science now that really confirms all this when you get into quantum physics and the string theory especially, because then we're getting into multidimensional. But there's foundational things that I want you to understand in order for you to process through moment to moment what is going on in your life. So that you're also, everything is changing and shifting. To understand what is going on in the macrocosm, which is also being shown in our microcosm, we are mirroring what is going on in the macrocosm. So when you understand what is going on underneath the surface, and I'm not talking about what they're putting out in mainstream, but that is part of it, mainstream media, I shall say. That is part of it. But understanding what is going on in the big picture that's not being spoken about, that our mass consciousness is affecting us moment to moment, and how you can unplug from that and reprogram, and this is another piece of the puzzle, is understanding, and this is part of the self-processing, what are your programs? What, just like a software, just like a computer, what are you programmed? What are your beliefs? Because these are the things that are creating your reality. And so just by being able to see what is triggering you and learning how to understand those triggers and how to self-process through, and then enter a new program, is such a, it sounds trivial, but it is such a foundational piece of the puzzle for your awakening and your transformation. That's what's happening on this planet right now. We are going through a mass awakening, and everything that has been created in the old paradigm through the greed and the fear and the control, it cannot survive in the vibration and where we're going. We are moving out of third dimensional density into fourth and fifth dimensional density, and that just, all that stuff is going. So if you're not feeling sure about the future, if you're feeling like the rug's being pulled out from underneath you, it is. It is, but it's not bad when you understand what's going on and you have the tools to deal with it on a moment-to-moment basis. Okay, so another thing I just want to say, when you are not being present in your body, you are missing opportunities that are showing up for you right here and now. When you are in your day-to-day and you're thinking, driving or even in conversation, how often are we not even present with the people that we're talking to? If you're thinking a week ahead, you're missing opportunities and signs. When you are able to start seeing the signs that show up in your space, and I'm talking animals, I'm talking even license plates. I mean, I have so many hundreds of stories of my own experience of a sign showing up in just the craziest ways. But when you learn to understand and be aware of them, oh my gosh, it's so fun. Okay, and so here are some tools that you are also going to learn how to engage in your life. And these are tools that are absolutely imperative for this time of transformation and awakening. Learning how to surrender, learning how to be in the flow. And this is not about woo-woo. Because so much is changing, if you can surrender, if you can really understand what it is to surrender, and then also be in the flow of what is showing up, what is departing from your life. Because the things that are not serving us, they're going away. Just like in the macrocosm, the global economic shift that is happening, that old banking system, it's going away. It can't sustain in the vibration of what Mother Earth and we are moving through in this transformation. Also about being grounded. This is imperative. I have never been a meditator that I go out to just go out and to clear my mind. We are meant to, here's my belief, we are meant to go multidimensional, and I'm very multidimensional, and I traverse constantly. But we're also meant to be grounding it into our bodies here in this field, in this anchoring it in our bodies, in this experience. And for those of you that believe that we are here to anchor heaven on earth, which I do believe, that is what we're here to do. You're the conduit. You're the anchor. You're the anchor to activate those codes and codes of DNA. We are all carrying codes for heaven on earth, the creator code. And when you are activating those, you are meant to be anchoring them here, into Mother Earth. So being grounded and being multidimensional. We're not going to get so much into multidimensional and thriving through shifting times, but it is important. All of these pieces of the puzzle are important so that you can move through this time, attract the money that you need, and it's all here. But we've gotten caught up in this fear and survival, and it's in the scarcity, and so it can't even get into our everyday lives. Okay, another thing, we're going to cover a lot of ground in 3 sessions. Another thing that we're going to talk about are things like shadows. What are your shadows? What are shadows? Those aspects of ourselves that we don't want anyone to know about. Those aspects of ourselves that we don't like. Those aspects in the macrocosm that are shadows, all the deception, everything that is there, it's all coming to the surface to be what I call, it's a 3-step process. It's being revealed so it can be healed and it can be cleared. And so that's happening with us individually as well. If you don't understand what your shadows are and you've got self-worth issues coming up, you're going to be like, oh, I want to stuff it down. I want to stuff it down. That's not what we're meant to do. We're supposed to heal it, embrace it, let it, allow it to be revealed, allow, law of allowing. That is huge in this foundational piece of understanding the awakening and the transformation. I hope I'm not talking too, I talk really slow sometimes in some of these other shows and videos. So I was like, I'm just gonna, this is how I talk when I'm talking to my friends and my clients. It's like this. And okay, projections. Understanding what projections are. Are you projecting your issues on other people? And are they projecting their issues on you? It is one of the biggest tools and pieces of the puzzle to have an awareness and understanding about, because it's disrupting relationships, it's disrupting projects. And when you really understand that you're a trigger and you become accountable, and no judgments, no space and time for judgments anymore. This is all about you loving yourself. That is the bottom line. And once you get to a place of loving yourself, shadows and understanding projections and being accountable, your life is going to change instantly. So, and I have a track record, and this is fundamental. This is the base foundation that I want you guys to get, so that then you can move into the being your own guru and learning how to tap into your higher self and your guides. Because I actually have the ability to assist people in piercing that veil. I'm just humbled by what my path and my journey has brought me to. It is huge right now for us to remember who we are, because I'm just a way shower to remind you this is who you are too. Right now, it is about awakening and remembering who you are. And it's not about talk. This is so far beyond just talk. We've been through the talking. Now it's time to put it into action and to live it. And I communicate with my guides as every single day and my higher self as if I'm on a phone conversation, as if it is that clear and that detailed. And I have thousands of confirmations and people that have experienced it with me. Okay, so where do you stand in loving yourself? Because that is really what this is all about. For you to get to the place of loving yourself so that you can thrive and that you can receive the blessings and the abundance that the universe has for you. We're going to look at programmings of things like that saying that people say it's better to give than to receive. I'm going to call bullshit on that, because it is a cycle of energy. If I am only giving and I am feeling guilt or shame because it's better to receive than to give, I'm setting myself for a blocked energy. Do you see? We need to look at all these programs that we've been indoctrinated with and the dogma and all of that and reboot the system. We are the system. Reboot it. We're in the cocoon. We're here to be butterflies. We're in the cocoon. We're in the mix. We're in the alchemical process. So that's what thriving, this is just the foundation, thriving through shifting times. I hope that has helped you to understand just some of the basis of all this awakening and transformation. And as I always say, wherever you are on your journey, just love yourself and be present and honor who you are. And it's all unfolding. And we're at choice point. You have choices right now. How are you going to proceed with the rest of your life in this experience of transformation and awakening? Thanks for joining me. Actively participating in a lot of conscious transformation awareness, preparing and being prepared for the time at hand, which is the greatest awakening that humans have ever experienced. And there's a lot going on. And so this is a quick overview about one of the webinar series, which will be a live series, but as of right now, it's just a webinar series that I have put together that is the base foundation for having awareness and having tools that can assist you to thrive through these shifting times. And this is, are you feeling a little pinched these days? Are you feeling like there's some changes happening and you're not quite sure? Are you experiencing maybe the rug being pulled out from underneath you and not having something stable to grasp onto to create some new footing? Are you feeling uncomfortable in your skin? Are you experiencing doubts of how the next year is going to unfold for you? Are you having a lack of desire to even be in the job that you've been in? Or are you having challenges with relationships, or are you not in a relationship? Hi, I'm Deborah Ariel Peach, and I am the creator, host, and producer of Wake Up Shift is Happening TV, amongst many other things. And if you don't know anything about my background, this has been a 25-year journey for me since 1987. It is now the end of January 2012, and I have been proactive